Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, dear followers and viewers. Good afternoon, good evening. Greetings to you all. I hope you are all doing well. I hope everything is fine with us all. Thank you so much for being with us. Those of you who have time to read our articles, we are grateful. Well, a lot of us don't have time for reading. Actually, we do not read. So the articles, the reactions to the articles are a little bit slow or very low. Yeah, we know. Yeah, reading is something difficult for us. I understand. So reading is difficult. So those of you take time to read and comment and share, especially those of you sharing it. I'm really grateful. This tells us that a lot of us are here to learn and a lot of us are here to explore and know new things. You see, this type of pages on social media don't really do well, don't really attract followers much, and don't really attract likes and views that much. You know why? The reason is that it is for tutorials, it is for teachings, it is for learning, it is for realities, where people want to go with fancy things, people want to go with comedy, people want to laugh, people want to have sexual attracted or sexual inclined stuffs being posted on pages so that they will go and enjoy their sexual whatever. This is the problem. Well, the little or the few of us that are here that want to learn and sharing the message, I'm grateful to you. You are very wonderful. Thank you very much. It's been a while we came your way with videos. Yeah, the series of Islamic expose, the invaded religions that came to disturb us and worry our life. Nothing good has come out of these religions to us. Trust me. Forget about whatever someone is propagating outside there. Nothing good has come out of these religions. Nothing good. The religion has never served us in any way. No. Trust me. The religions created problem for us. Yeah, seriously, the division, the enmity, all those things are continuing. If you check social media, it is there, it is still going on. You don't need someone to tell you, you don't need a soothsayer or a rocket scientist to tell you that religion has been problem in African communities. Thank you very much. We are here to proceed. You know, when we didn't, if you stop posting videos for some time like this, the religious folks become happy. They feel like, yeah, they are not coming again. Then their ass became settled. Well, it's nothing. There's a lot we are doing. This is not the only thing we do. There are other things that we do. So sometimes when we become so busy, we pause this and then we proceed. And besides, we are not that many. We are not that many. I mean, one-man contractor. Seriously, one-man contractor. I'm the only person. So there are other things. You know, sometimes I surprise myself how I'm able to get this thing done. Trust me, I'm alone. I'm really alone. Apart from my cameraman and one or two things that he does and help and goes around and come and take Brakwesi. Brakwesi is really doing well. Myself and him. It's not easy. So you know, this is the thing. So thank you very much. We are back again. If you remember, it was about the episode, or this discussion was about the ascension, the night journey and the ascension of Muhammad in the sky to go see his Allah, his God or whatever. And do not forget, we also discussed the introduction. You know, I told you we're going to have 3 introductions. Now we had one introduction. That was the last video we posted, or that was the last video we gave you before we went off screen for some time. We gave you the introduction. Now the introduction got to do with 4 characters or 3 characters that played a huge role in the ascension of Muhammad to the sky. That played a huge role. Now we talked about Hani, who was known as Hind or Fa'ita, a lady Muhammad proposed to when he was not a prophet, and her father denied him and gave her to someone else. After Islam, the lady gave birth and the husband died. Muhammad came back to propose to her, yet still she turned down the proposal of Muhammad. Now Ummu Hani or Fahita or Hind, we talked about her. He slept in her room that day when the incident happened. This alone is alarming. This alone is alarming. A lady you proposed for before Islam, you were not allowed to marry her. Now after Islam, this lady got married, give birth to children, and then the husband died. She came back home. You still go on to propose to her. It means your love and your affection for her is very high. Muhammad's love and affection to Hani or Hind or Fahita is very high. Yet she rejected him, and you slept in her room, and that incident of night journey and the ascension to the sky happened. So we spoke about this lady. It is alarming. It's alarming. And then we spoke about Jibril. We spoke about that entity called Jibril, and we talked about Jibril in previous religions, and then we also spoke about Jibril in Islam. Now Jibril in Islamic religion is not Jibril, or Gabriel in Islamic religion is not Gabriel in Christianity. And then we gave the difference. We gave the difference. Gabriel in Islamic religion comes in the form of a human being who looks like one street boy in Mecca, one ghetto boy in Mecca, who is known as the Hiyatul Kalbi. The Hiyatul Kalbi is the face that Jibril has, or Jibril is the Hiyatul Kalbi, or the Hiyatul Kalbi is Jibril. So when he comes, Muhammad will just wake up and run to him. So Jibril in Christianity is not Jibril in Islam. And again, Jibril in Islam sometimes will come with dirty clothes, with stinking ass. The legs are full of dust, the whole body is full of dust, and then he will come with stinking clothes. That is Jibril as a human being. That is Jibril in Islam. Jibril in Islam sometimes come with neat clothes, very nice and looking nicely. This is it. So Jibril in Islam is not Jibril in Christianity, or in the two Abrahamic religion, the previous Abrahamic religion, Judaism and Christianity. Now we are proceeding to the introduction as well. Now this particular introduction is an introduction that got to do with the date of the ascension, the date of night journey and the ascension, the date and the date of Al-Isra wal Miraj, the date when exactly this took place. This is what we are discussing today. Thank you very much, and I welcome you again. Your thoughts are welcome, whether positive or negative, we welcome it. And again, your comment is welcome. Continue to share it so that people will also learn. It is time to do away with these religions. This hypocrite who brought this religion must be dealt with. As we speak to you, there's a trend in Nigeria. You know, Ghanaian Islamic elite, they are not even elite. Islamic scholars are not elite. In fact, they are not even scholars, they are translators. But that is a topic of another day. Now, Ghanaian Islamic scholars always follow trend of Nigerian scholars. You see, there are two great sects that are really playing a huge Islamic role or religious role in this country. Now, the third one has been added. The Tijaniya group of Muslims and Sunni Salafi segment and Shia segment. Now, I know this few days ago, you saw the Shias hitting their chest. They were lamenting for the killing of the grandson of Muhammad, who is known as Hussein. I hope you saw the video, right? Another topic for another day. We will get there. Now, the two sects I mentioned first, Tijaniya and Al-Sunnah, or whatever they call themselves. These guys has typical connection with Nigeria. The Sunnis of Ghana, the Sunni segment of Islam, has typical connection with Nigerian Sunnis. The Ghanaian Tijaniya segment has typical connection with Nigerian Tijaniyas. This is the thing. That is why in various occasions and gatherings, you see, if it is gathering of Tijaniyas, you see them inviting Nigerian Tijanian scholars to dominate the program. If it is 10 people that are going to preach under a Tijaniya program, which is famous held, which is known as Maulid, if it is 10 people that will speak under a Tijaniya program, 8 or 7 out of the 10 will be Nigerian scholars. Trust me, that's what is happening. We were doing MC of this program, so we know. So the connection with the Nigerian Tijaniyas and the Ghanaian Tijaniyans are very tight. The same thing applies to the Sunni Salafis. If Sunni Salafis has program that they want to preach, this is what they do. They call the Sunni and Salafis of Nigeria, and the connection is very high. The connection is very high. So there's a trend in Nigeria. Because the connection is very high, the trend will be coming here soon. That is, there was an issue going on about Muhammad, and people think that scholar has humiliated and embarrassed Muhammad. Yes, the Islamic religion is the only religion that will like to come after people because those people have criticized a dead person. A villager Muhammad died, people will criticize him, and living people will come after you. You know, this is the thing. So that trend will come here soon. I don't want to talk much about it. Now, we proceed with the introduction of the night journey. You see, the night journey cannot be confirmed. The night journey cannot be established historically. Just like the way any other thing in Islamic religion cannot be established historically. Trust me, there's nothing in Islamic religion that can be established historically. Like reality in in historical realities, there is nothing. Let me take you through a little bit examples. The birth of the very prophet of Islam, Muhammad, aka prophet of Allah, cannot be established historically. For that matter, we had videos on this, right? For that matter, Islamic scholars, some of Islamic scholars said nobody knows the date of birth of Muhammad. This is a blow to the religion. This is a blow to the religion, and it is serving some of us right. 1. 2. Nothing in Islam has been established historically, right? Nothing. One of the biggest things in Islamic religion is the 5 daily prayers. The 5 daily prayers. The 5 daily prayers cannot be established. Which date, how it came, and all that, it cannot be established. So these are some examples that I'm giving you which cannot be established, which don't have concrete historical fact that they have really ever taken place. So the same thing applies to this, which will be the third one. The date in which the ascension or the night journey and the ascension, which is known in Arabic as Israil wal Miraj, took place, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Now when you go to the Islamic books, the confusion and the argument about the date of this event, this monumental event, this significant event, which has been magnified by Muslims. It has been magnified by Muslims. It has been hyped. It has been taken to the level where it's supposed not to get there. It has never even taken place, but yet they said it has taken place. Now the argument of history, the argument of historical background of this incident is not known. You see, with the birth of Muhammad, which is not recorded in the historical realities, they will tell you at that time documentation is hard, or it is seldom, an incident is seldomly recorded at that time, which is a blatant lie, but let's take it like that, because there were scholars, there were elite, Jewish were around, Christians were around, people were writing so many things. Quran even confirmed that they were writing at that time, but yet still they said writing was not common at that time, documentation was not common at that time. Fine, let's take it like that. But when it comes to the incident of ascension and the night journey, al-Isra wal Miraj, if you tell us that there is no the writing or documentation was very meager or was very low at that time, then you are not being honest. You can get away with the lie that the birth of Muhammad, when he was born, writing and documentation were low. That one you can get away with it. You can get away with that lie. As Islamic sheikh, as Islamic ustaz, as Islamic shehu, you can get away with that one. But you can't get away with the lie that during the time when Al-Isra wal Miraj took place, there was no documentation. It is a lie. You know why? It is a period where your Quran start to be revealed. Your Quran start to be revealed. Quran was revealing at that time, and Quran was documenting. They were documenting and writing the Quran. In as much as irrespective of how it is, Quran was documented, irrespective of how Quran was written at that time, it doesn't matter. But according to your history, Quran was documented at that time. It was written on leaves, it was written on rocks, it was written on animal skins, it was written on animal bones. So you see, there was documentation going on at that era. So as an important such an important incident, an incident that has changed the dimension and the direction of Islam took place, and the date could not be identified. This is a blatant lie. Number two, Quran has recorded it. Quran chapter number 17 has recorded it. Right? Quran chapter number 17 has recorded it. Subhanallazi asra bi abdihi laylan min al-masjid al-harami ila masjid al-aqsa allazi barakna hawlahu linuriyahu min ayatina. This verse of Quran chapter number 17, this is verse number 1. It's said to be talking about the night ascension, the night journey. It is talking about the night journey. So if it is talking about the night journey, you are able to document, to write, or to document or to write the incident in Quran, but you are not able to identify the date. This is disgusting. This is a lie, or you are better still playing with people's intellect. Again, that is Quran chapter 17 talk about the night journey, and then Quran chapter number 53, Surah An-Najm, the chapter of the star, talks about the ascension, al-Miraj. That one is also there. وَالنَّجْمِ إِذَا هَوَى مَا ضَلَّ صَاحِبُكُمْ وَمَا غَوَى. This chapter 53 of the Quran is talking about the ascension. So two Quranic chapters addressing two different incidents which has been magnified by Muslims, and yet you are telling me you don't know the date. You got to be kidding me. Now listen, Quran chapter number 17 verse 1 is about the night journey from Mecca to Jerusalem, and then Quran chapter number 53 verse 1 to down, maybe 8 or 9, 11 verses, is about the ascension to the sky. Yet you are saying you don't know the date. You got to be kidding me. So this is the problem. So there was a serious argument about the date. Now this man here, Asiratun Nabawiyya Ardun Waqai'un wa Tahlilu Ahdath, Dr. Ali Muhammad As-Salabi, who is a propagator of religious lies, who is also good in damage control of religious history, has chosen only one date. And he picked the date from a book which is known as Ashifa. A scholar known as Al-Qadi Iyad authored a book known as Ashifa. Now let me tell you something about this Ashifa book, something outrageous, something surprising, something amazing. The book Ashifa, some time ago in northern part of Nigeria, Muslims who pick some leaves, some pages of the book Ashifa, tear it into pieces and chew them. This is how high, this is how intense Islamic religious madness were in northern part of Nigeria. They will pick some leaves or some page of the book of Ashifa. Ask anybody who knows Islamic history of northern Nigeria. They will tell you this. The least that some of these Islamic folks can do with the book Ashifa is that they write, they copy what is written in the book on a wooden slate, what is known as alo in Hausa, and it is a corrupted Arabic word to Hausa, which is Allah, as a wooden slate that our malams used to write on it and wash. They write Quran on it and wash it to drink for blessings and protection. Now, northern Nigeria, some decades back, they will write the history. The book of Al-Qadi Iyad, that is the name of the author, which is known as Ashifa. That book is history, stories about Muhammad, biography of Muhammad. But Muslims, to the level, Muslims for intense madness of Islamic religion will copy the history, the story that is written in that book on the wooden slate known as alo, and wash it. They will wash it and drink it for blessings. Some of them chew the papers, some part of the paper of the book Ashifa of Al-Qadi Iyad for blessings, religious madness. It has happened. So this damage control guy, Muhammad Ali As-Salabi, or Ali Muhammad As-Salabi, brought only one date, and I want to read to you. He says, page 223 of this book, he says, كانت حادثة الإسراء والميراج, the incident of Al-Isra, the night journey, wal-Miraj, and the ascension to the sky, 7 heavens, took place, happened قبل هجرته, before the migration of Muhammad, قبل هجرته, before the migration of Muhammad, bisanatin, before the migration of Muhammad, a year before the migration. So the incident of night journey, and the ascension to the 7th heaven took place a year before Muhammad ran away from Mecca to Medina. And he says, هكذا قال القاضي إياد. That is what Qadi Iyad said fi Ashifa, in his book Ashifa. Only one date. You will think that this is all right, this is fine, this is when it happened. No. Now, because I don't want to stress you with so many books, I took one book that brought various dates that have been mentioned, which is the center of argument of Islamic scholars about when this incident took place. Come with me in this common book, Al-Rahid Al-Maktoum, Al-Mubarak-Afori, the Indian author, and let me show you the surprise here. As usual, Islamic religion is like that. When you go to Al-Rahid Al-Maktoum, page 135, there is an issue about the date there. Now, I mentioned earlier on that nothing of Islam can be proven and substantiated historically. No, you can't substantiate anything. Islamic teachings, Islamic incident, Islamic occasions, all of them can never be substantiated. They can never be substantiated. Trust me, they can never be substantiated. No proof to it. They are just fairy tales. Now listen. In page 135, that is where Ar-Rahiq al-Maktoum author start to mention al-Isra wal-Miraj, the night journey and the ascension. Now let's listen to what he got to say. He says this. He says, وَبَيْنَمَا النَّبِيُّ يَمُرُّ بِهَذِهِ الْمَرَالَةِ. When Muhammad was going through difficulties, وَأَخْذَتِ الدَّعْوَةُ تَشُقُّ طَرِيقًا بَيْنَ النَّجَاةِ وَالْإِتِّحَادِ. While the conveying of Islamic message is between stability and instability, is between organized and disorganized, is going on. وَبَدَأَتْ النُّجُومُ الْأَمَلْ تَتَلَمَّحْ. He mentioned all those things, and then he said, وَقَعَ حَادِثُ الْإِسْرَاءِ وَالْمِرَاجِ. The incident of Al-Isra wal-Miraj took place during the difficulty times. Right. During the hard times, the Isra wal-Miraj took place. Now, he wanted to talk about the date. In various books of Islamic Muhammad's biography, so many dates, 6 different dates has been attributed to Al-Isra wal-Miraj. 6 different dates has been attributed to the occurrence of Al-Isra wal-Miraj. There is none of the 6 which is consensus. I take that again. There is none among the 6 that is consensus between Muslims. No. So this incident that has been magnified by Abdus, or the Arab kisses, the Arab kisses, has not background in history. Now let's take the date. He says, وَاخْتُلِفَ فِي تَعْيِينِ زَمَنِهِ عَلَىٰ أَقْوَالٍ شَتَّى. There was ikhtilaf, argument, فِي تَعْيِينِ زَمَنِهِ, in substantiating the era, the time, the date in which the night journey and ascension took place. Ala aqwalin shatta, various opinions. Now let's begin with the first one. Fakila, it is said that كان الإسراء في السنة التي أكرمه الله فيها بالنبوة. First date, first point, first opinion was that the night journey and the ascension to the 7 heavens of Muhammad took place in the year in which he claimed he is prophet. It took place in the year which he claimed he was a prophet. So the same year he claimed to be a prophet was the same year that Muhammad claimed that he traveled at night to Jerusalem and then ascended to the sky, which means it is between the age of 39-40 years of Muhammad, because some Islamic history says Muhammad was made a prophet by his Allah at the age of 39. Some say no, it was at the age of 40, which is popular. The famous saying was he was made a prophet at the age of 40. So at the age of 40, the ascension took place. This is the first opinion. In fact, this was the opinion of one of the earliest Quranic commentators or Quranic exegesis, who is known as At-Tabri. At-Tabri goes with this. So if you know the date in which Muhammad was made a prophet, then the same date was when he ascended and embarked on the night journey. One. The second one, wakila, and they also said, some said, kana ba'd al-mab'ath bi khamsa sinin. No, the other said, no. The date of the ascension and the night journey of Muhammad to the sky was not in the same year he was made prophet. No, he ascended and embarked on the night journey ba'd al-mab'ath bi khamsa sinin, 5 years after he has been made prophet. So the gap or the difference between the first opinion and the second opinion is very vast. 5 years. So let's say maybe 4 years difference. That is the second opinion. So they are saying he embarked on the night journey, ascended to the sky after he has been made prophet 5 years. 5 years after he has been made prophet. Now, one of the scholars who second this idea and go with who concurred with this idea was An-Nawawi. Imam Nawawi, the owner of the book called Al-Azkar and the owner of the book known as Arba'un Nawawiyya, 40 hadiths. The owner of that 40 hadiths you read, Muslim Abdus, that 40 hadiths you read, the author of that 40 hadiths book concurred with the idea that, with the opinion that Muhammad was embarked on the night journey and also ascended to the sky 5 years after he was made a prophet. And also Imam Qurtubi, another Islamic scholar, was also concurred with that idea. The second opinion. I hope you are with me. That is the second opinion. Let's move to the third one. The third one, wakila, they said, كان ليلة السابع والعشرين من شهر رجب من النبوة. ليلة السابع والعشرين من شهر رجب. They said, no, it was in the night of Rajab, the month of Rajab, one of the Islamic Arabian calendars, month of Arabian calendars. He says, it was on the 27th of Rajab. It was on the 27th of Rajab in the 10th year. In the 10th year when Muhammad was made a prophet. So look at this. The third opinion, between the third opinion and the second opinion, huge gap. The second opinion was saying that 5 years after he has been made a prophet, right? And the third opinion is saying no, 10 years after he has been made a prophet, 1 decade, which means when Muhammad was at the age of 50. Now, and they mentioned that it was in the month of Rajab, 27th of Rajab. Now, I wanted to mention something that Tijaniyas used to say, but let me leave that one for the next time. So that is it. And the fourth opinion is saying that قبل الهجرة بسنة وشهرين. They said no, it was before the migration, before Muhammad ran away to Medina, 1 year and 2 months. 1 year, 2 months before Muhammad ran away to Medina. That is where the ascension took place, and it was in Muharram, the month of Muharram, on the 13th of Muharram. On the 13th of Muharram, a year before Muhammad ran away to Medina. Now, the fourth opinion and the third opinion seems to be closer, okay? And then the fifth one says, no, I think, yeah, that is, no, okay, the fifth one says that it was in the month of Ramadan. It was in the month of Ramadan. It was in the month of Ramadan in the year, on the 12th year after Muhammad was a prophet. Okay, and then the sixth one says that it was in the year, a year before migration, and it happened in Rabi' al-Awwal. It happens in Rabi' al-Awwal, the same month in which Muhammad was said to be born. This is the 6 different opinions of Al-Isra wal Miraj. al-Isra wal Miraj, the night journey and the ascension to the seventh heaven of Muhammad. Now, such monumental incident took place, an incident that was magnified. So many poems has been written about this, so many books has been written about this, so many prophetic narrations in hadith has been written about this. Quran captured this incident, and yet nobody knows the date of the incident. This is interesting. As if this is not enough, let me add salt to the injury of Abdus and the Arab ass. You see, since you couldn't tell when this incident took place, I'm here to tell you that anything that transpired in this incident is a blatant lie. It's a fairy tale. It is a lie. It's a fictional story that has been cooked so that you can get people to fall for it, and indeed people has fallen for it. Yes, so the 5 daily prayers you offer are supposed to be given to Muhammad during this incident. It was during this incident that those 5 daily prayers that has been given to you, that you hit your forehead on the ground all the time, was given to him, and yet you don't know when it took place. So you don't know when your 5 daily prayers was given to you, and you think it's authentic. Shut up. You don't have anything in history. Anything you hear in Islamic religion can be found in Islamic books. When you subject it to substantiation historically, you can never get it, including some personalities. I will prove to you. Including personalities, they've never existed. Muhammad himself has never existed. Someone has ever existed who was known as Kutham, but Muhammad is a fictional character and a fictional personality. Any miracles or whatever incident has been attributed to this fictional character known Muhammad is fallacy. It's a lie. In fact, blatant lie for that matter, because you cannot substantiate it. Thank you very much. This is the second introduction. Meet me in the next video for the last introduction, and then we delve into the incident itself. Share, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on TikTok. A lot is going on there. The name is Ciessey on TikTok. Ciessey. That is the TikTok name. Until we meet again, African prophet, the descendant of Thoth, said to you, bye bye.